Hello, it's Coach Charlie with Attack Basketball Academy. Depending upon what coach you ask, you will get a different answer to this question. What makes a basketball player great? See, I am a holistic development coach, which means I focus not only on what we do on the court, but I focus equally as well as what you do off the court. See, when I teach basketball, I teach life, and I teach more life lessons. See, I think it's important to concentrate on making each player great versus just simply the wins and losses. It also comes down to a focus. I purposely became a player development coach so I don't focus too much on X's and O's and wins and losses, but I totally get it. So today in this video, I'm going to give you my take on what makes a basketball player great. Let's go. In this video, I'm going to tell you the number one single most attribute that all basketball players must possess. Then I'm going to tell you the shocking truth about physical stature and why it doesn't make a basketball player great. Don't let your size and stature discourage you from developing to an elite basketball player that you know you're capable of becoming. Last, I want to share with you the number one skill you need to master to become a great basketball player that most basketball coaches will not teach you. I teach this to my players, which is why they get the playing time they desire and they want. Let's get right into the number one attribute that all basketball players must possess. If you want to be considered an elite basketball player, a premium top shelf basketball player, you must have mentality. Before it's about your physicality, your body, it's your mind, right? Everything dealing with, pertaining to your mind. It's all about your mind's eye. All about what you see, right, to the invisible. What I call your concept, right? Your ideas. Your concepts, right? What I also call your thought set, right? Your thoughts, my word, my term, right? Your thought set, the way you think with your mindset, the words you put together. How do you say what you say? How do you see it? All comes down to, again, your perception to reality. A very simple question I ask people: how does your world work? And the answer is this: it's all according to how you see it. Not how I see it, how you see it. Your world revolves around you. My world revolves around me. But when you see this thing holistically, from every angle, looking to be well-rounded, looking to inclusive, it all starts with your mentality. And you have to develop a sound, right? A sound and strong mentality, right? We're going beyond confidence. You have to have confidence, and confidence is nothing more than really trust and faith. What you don't see, you really believing in that's happening, trusting, knowing that you can do something and get a predictable result. That kind of goes down to a system, right? A system is always created to create a predictable result. You have trust and faith that's in action, right? That's in action. All because you have a strong and sound mentality. You may not, again, have everything go right for you, but what can go wrong, you can bounce back from easily, all because you have a strong, sound mentality. Before I tell you the shocking truth about physical stature and why it doesn't make a basketball player great, I want to remind you to subscribe to this channel. I'm putting out videos daily to help develop you into a premium basketball player. Don't miss out on the content. Click the subscribe button. Now let's talk about the shocking truth behind physical stature and why does it make a basketball player great. I totally agree there's some advantages of being taller, more athletic. We say the word athletic, you're more balanced and coordinated, be able to see things quicker probably mentally. You can go lateral, side to side, play fast. I totally get that. That makes you probably good, but that make you great. See, what makes you great, to me, what makes a basketball player great is the understanding of this word called mechanics. Your mechanics, right? So basically, in essence, the functional body movement, right? Functional body movement is mechanics, and there's one word we actually call it to keep it simple. It comes down to a player's technique, right? I hear this a lot in football, right? From I would call from wide receivers to cornerbacks to running backs. It's like almost they always are inquisitive, always looking to gain advantages from each other and learning on technique, right? It might have been an offhand use of getting open on what we call a swim move, looking to look to get to the quarterback defensively, right? It's nothing more than, again, mechanics. See, that's what makes a basketball player great. Not necessarily your physical size, right? Your stature. It's your functional body movement, the mechanics, right? And this is something that I focus on, but we call it in a very simple term, it's your technique. See, players that develop strong, sound technique, just like they develop strong, sound minds, see, also understand how to keep things simple, right? And they really develop what we call their hard skills, right? And to give myself more room as I draw up here, see, their hard skills are what we call their precision-like, right? They're precision-like, right? Almost like robotic in a sense, but they're so strong, it's only one way to get it done. And that comes down to understanding how to master the fundamentals, which aren't changing, right? The way you shoot the basketball, it's all principle-led. I'm really big in teaching principles, right? Whether you're a right-hand, left-hand, it doesn't matter, right? There's common traits in precision-like skills, again, hard skills, that if you master these, you're going to become a great shooter. Take it from me. If you master these, you're going to become an elite level dribbler. You master these, you understand how to become a willing passer, right? How to recall the stuff at a high rate. Why? Because you understand that it's not about your physical size. So whether you're tall, small, doesn't matter. It's all about the understanding of your precision-like skills going down to your mechanics, your functional body movement, and most importantly, you have mastered the fundamentals of it. The universal talent principles are not changing. Once you master that, that's what's going to make you great, your technique. Now that you know how to develop your mentality and physicality through technique to become a great basketball player, I want you to comment below with "I am great" to let me know you have learned something from this video and you're ready to play like the great player you are. Go ahead and drop "I am great" in the comments. Now I'm going to share with you the number one skill you need to become a great basketball player that most coaches are not teaching you. And that skill is called tactics. Tactics by definition is the overall aim of what you're doing, right? In a sense, paraphrasing a little bit, and we can, right, what you're doing, right? Whether it's offensively, what's the overall aim? What's the scope? What's the common objective? What we're after defensively, right? Most coaches are teachers in X's and O's, but see, I'm going a slightly deeper because I want you to know the overall aim. See, now, when you put this all together and you understand tactics, I'm going to give you an example, right? See, when you put this all together, these are the four things I teach. I teach mentality, the way you need to think the way you are uniquely made. I want you to have your own words to your own thought sets, like the way you get yourself up, the way you get yourself out of being down, right? To have a positive self-talk approach, right? That's mentality. Physicality, yes, you have to work on your body, right? Because you want to work on your endurance, your heart, your lungs. You want to work on being in great shape physically, right? But we also talk about with the physicality side of it, okay? As I talk about the physicality side of it, there's another side of this we call technique, right? And I'm going to just put tech for short, right? Because I'm running out of room here. But there's technique, the functional body movement, right? So mentality, functional physicality, you know what? And I'm going to do this in real time because I want to make that a third thing, right? We're talking about, again, technique. I want to put the word technique here. As I talked about earlier before, mechanics here, right? These are the three things I teach. And then last is tactics. Now this really comes down to your coach's playbook. I'm going to just keep it that simple, right? And your coach's playbook is universal. It's universal. So focusing on this, you want to take a picture that you can. I teach those 4 levels: mentality, physicality, technique, and tactics. Your coach's playbook comes down to tactics, right? And now, when I say this, the phrase I use is, again, universal team concepts, right? Whether I'm playing in the States, whether I'm playing over in Europe, wherever I'm playing, these universal team concepts are objective. It's 5 players on the basketball court, and it's 5 of us moving, and we all need to know how to move, and we all need to know how to move optimally. So it comes down to my mission. As when I teach basketball, I teach life lessons, but most importantly, I want to have you understand, it's when you train with the Tech Basketball Academy, the simple question is, how can you take your premium individual basketball skill sets and transfer into high-level universal team concepts? And I just showed you how. Now that you know what makes a basketball player great, how would you like to have a guide that covers all the must-know basketball principles and in what situation to apply them? Well, you are in luck. If you click on the link in the description of this video below, you can download the guide I put together as my gift to you. Enjoy it and keep attacking.